Nowadays you can find any game in the anime style, including simulation games. Yep, if you didn't know, Sims is not the only simulation game, and those which are made in the anime genre can be even more captivating. However, most users are not aware of this category of anime games on the market. That's why we compiled this video, in order to show the readers that there are quality items of this kind as well. Mystic Messenger being one of the best Korean mobile romance games, Mystic Messenger is a game in the style of a messenger of chatting with different anime characters. This game has lots of cool features and you can make your own story. The main thing of the game is to chat with the players, who are in the lobby with you and you can chat with them, discuss. There are also other ways to interact with the characters. You can call them with the phone function and talk in real time. There is a photo album. Another good feature is the photo album, which has OS of the characters and you can consider anyone you want and maybe look for a person you would like to talk to. The characters can call you themselves if they would like to talk to you or they have any questions. Except for the common chat room for every player, there are also several groups for separate ones. At the top, there are some good features, which can easily diversify your gaming process. There is a shop, link, email. Notice some statistics like what time is it in the game, the game currency you have, which you can use in the shop to buy some stuff for the game. And your health count is also there. The game has almost perfect statistics in the Play Market and App Store and lots of players all around the world shared their feelings about this game, so it is a good symbol to try it. And enjoy your story. Legend of the Phoenix tells the romantic story of the people and their relationships in the ancient style of the Eastern countries. Here you can choose your character and develop his relationships with other characters. You can choose a man or a woman as you like. Firstly, you will be a small baby from a poor or a rich family if you get lucky, and you will need to develop and meet with other people to make new friends or even find your soulmate. You will always have a chance to choose a person you would like to talk with or know and some of his characteristics. In the game, you make your own choices and change all the story. It can be simply changed by one option, so be careful with your choices and think it over. Maybe it is better to choose another friend, who is not so rich or who is not disposed to you. There are many mechanics and fascinating graphics in the game. From the various characters with unique lineament, clothes, and hairstyle to stunning landscapes from the mountains and the green gardens. Customize your character. Try new clothes and hairstyles, develop new skills and find good friends. See how your personage is growing from a baby to a beautiful princess or a handsome man. Have a good time playing this game and make your story. Nightmare Harem is a love story about humans and angels, who fell in love with them. The game is a story in which you can make choices and affect the actions, choose one of the various people on the list. Each of them has a unique style, strong sides, and weaknesses. The story has lots of parts with lovely graphics and pictures and you can make your choices. Your selections do not affect the final ending, but they affect the relationships between the characters and the ending of a part of a story. The story includes 5 fantastic episodes and every chapter is fully free to read and you do not need to make any in-game purchases. You can read the story anytime as it does not need the internet and works offline. The story starts with your main character's appearance and you are an ordinary office lady and there are no strange things in your life, but on the way back to your home from the office you see a red moon and some handsome angels and the demons appear mysteriously. From that first episode, your story and the difficulties start. There are 9 characters with 5 demons, 3 angels, and a Lucas with the unknown species. Maybe in the process of the game, you will find out who is he. Princess Connect. Dive. This is a fantasy anime RPG game, which actions take part in Japan and China. Start your journey in Astria with heroines. Level up and find stronger weapons and armor to fight more powerful monsters. It has a plot, where you are going to make a story task, which is not connected to the main story. Help the characters during the game and develop your relationships with them. The separate part of the game is its graphics. There are various characters with their traits and the perfect landscapes in the game, with the towns, villages, forests. The game and the full story accompanied by the meeting with new unique characters and some nice animations. Develop your heroines, increase their level to use the stronger weapon and attack them. Collect the stuff to create some useful things, which will help you in the battle and find or buy new fair armor. Except for its beauty, they will save you from the attacks of the powerful monsters in some dangerous dungeons. Every character in the game has their voice and demeanor, so they are like a real player, and it is a good thing about your trip around such a world. Obey Me. Anime Otome Dating Sim Obey Me is another anime game in the chatting form, where the game is a full version of a phone and you can meet with the characters. The game is becoming your second life, and in the game, there is another world with its story. You are a student of the academy in the Devildom and you can meet and develop your relationships with other demons. When you first enter the game, you meet the view of a normal mobile phone and see a current time and data, game character, and lots of interesting apps. The first app you see is a mobile phone with the phone numbers of your friends and you can call them. The time in the game plays a big part and they can answer you differently in different cases. If it is night and you call your friend, he might be asleep. The next app is a chat where you can write your friend in a text form, and also there is an app contact, which includes both apps. The next app is Mail, where you can get messages from your friends or a job, or even the information about the stuff you ordered in the other app. Amazon, the parody of the real website Amazon. There are also apps like Laughing Face Jobs, where you can get a job and earn money to buy stuff. To Do app to complete the things you need to do, and the parody of the Instagram, the Devilgram. It is a social media with the same functions as in the real Instagram, where you can look at the cool photos of your friends and make you. And two last apps, Nightmare, and the Your Tasks, where you will get tasks during the game. King's Throne is the MMORPG story of the Middle Ages king, and you are this main character. You can make choices in the spheres like the battles and whom you will send to the army, and in the relationships with the princess. The enemies are everywhere and you need to make tactics about the battles in the game world, and it is also good to develop your relationships with the woman. There are lots of mechanics of the game, and one of them is a child. If you get married, you become a father and you can have one, two, or a few babies and choose their way. Would you send them to the best warriors and they will become the greatest commanders, or you can develop their knowledge and make the wisest rulers of them? And the other ways. It is your choice, and you will have lots of such selections during your game, so think them over not to make the wrong one. Make your perfect world and provide the best future for your children and the kingdom as a whole. Expand the territory of your kingdom and make your country the best and the richest in history. So this game would be interesting for hours and hours of your game. Be the King is a story about a prince of a Chinese town, where you can become a selfish or a kind person. Everything depends on you and your choices. You can make a romantic relationship with the other rich princess or with a poor woman from your town and give her expensive gifts, making a real princess from her. The choices sometimes become difficult in the game. The example of it is a war part of the game, where you have to choose what to do with your enemies and how to fight them. But the more relaxing part is about the relationships and even your children, because you can influence children, too, and change their lives in a better or worse way. But at the beginning of the way, you need to think about your life from the youngest years and start developing your skills. Choose the way of your studying. Is it better to study hard, like the others, or do not go to the academy at all? All of your choices affect your life. You can become an outcast, from the prince to the outcast, or from the poor guy to a king. The ending of the story and how you would spend your old age depends on the intelligence of the choices. Delusion Connect is a fantastic anime fighting game for everyone. You can join the real-time battles with your team against the other powerful masters. The game has spectacular graphics of the landscapes of the background view in the battle, and they are changing every time, from the green forest to the snowy places and highest mountains. There are tons of features in the game. Let's talk about the best of them. The first feature is the building of your house. You can make your dream home in any way you want with your design. There are lots of things to diversify your interior and make the places for all of your characters to live. You can even make a unique room for everyone if you want. As there are over 50 partners, it would be a great house for everyone. The other thing is a battle system, where you need to use your tactics and logical thinking to make the right choice of whom to attack and with what player or ability. Make your team of the best and the cutest characters, upgrade them and unlock their powerful abilities. Every character has his unique memorable voice of the real person with the best quality of the sounds and catchy phrases. Also, the sound effect in the game is cool and will not get you bored. 9. Game of Sultans. Game of Sultans is a great game about the great Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. Starting with the role of the great Sultan, you can control your empire and develop your army. There would be lots of choices for you. Rather, it is better to grow an army and defeat your enemies or make a peace with them and become a great alliance. Every person has his story and you can change their lives. Make the greatest commander from a common poor person or your princess from a woman who was in a poor family. Find traitors and make trusted friends. During the game, you will meet lots of various characters. They can be your enemies, friends, another king, or just farmers from your city. The other thing is that you can continue the life of your royal family with your children. You can have sons or daughters and the different ways of their development. Make one of your sons a great commander and the other a wise ruler. Teach your daughter and marry her off to another prince to make a peace with them or let her decide her life by own. All of these choices you are going to find in this game. There are lots of people who are making their stories and you can join this world, too. 10. Emperor and Beauties. Like the previous game, it has the same game style and you will take the role of an official in ancient China. Hire talented people to your town as vassals and decide the lives of many people. You have a great role and you can use it with dignity. Solve the governmental problems in your country and with the over countries. It is not always good to fight with the other empires, maybe you can make a peace with them and form the most powerful alliance to win the battles with the friends. As the others can attack you anytime, it does not matter, but you need to grow your army to show your enemies that you are strong and it would not be a good attempt to attack you. Do the everyday tasks and develop your relationships with the women and become a couple to make your family and children. The game can become very difficult sometimes with its choices, so be careful about it and try to make only good ones. If you will hire the wrong vassals, he can make something bad about the town and it would be very bad for you and your country at all. That is it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you then please subscribe. من كم سنة وانا